Hi and welcome to my channel and to my site Mountains for Everybody. Today I have yet another video about backpacks. The title of the post which I have here in front of me is Backpacks Volume Capacity versus Weight Capacity. The reason for this video and the post is that I have feeling that people sometimes mix these two features of a backpack, and actually I have been receiving some comments in my site which show that these things are sometimes mixed. On the other hand, when you search for these topics, you will realize that backpacks brands, don't provide clear information on how they measure volume capacity and weight capacity. My understanding and feeling is that volume capacity is an exact parameter, assuming that they have really measured it exactly. But weight capacity is not. And the reason for this is that when you see how they describe weight capacity, they say that this is a maximum load that you can carry comfortably. Now, the problem is with the word comfortably because we are all differently built and the feeling of comfort is individual. So, what they mean by that is that some average person was carrying a backpack under load and decided, okay, this is comfortable. Of course, this cannot be exact, but there is another side of this issue about weight capacity, and this is actually the design of the backpack. I shall say a few words about this. In any case, there is not enough information about volume capacity and weight capacity, and I have never found any video on YouTube by big brands like Deuter, Osprey, Gregory, showing how they really measure. Now, there are many things to consider regarding the weight capacity. As I mentioned, there are things related to the design of the backpack and materials used. And I have listed them here in the post. There are many things actually covered in this post. It's quite long, more than 2000 words, so I warmly recommend that you follow the link below the video and come here and read in detail. But in any case, when this is about weight capacity elements, there are several things to consider: frame design and strength, suspension system, and material durability. So this is all related to the construction of the backpack. You will see numbers below that show you how this can be important. I shall not go into detail here. But how they really test weight capacity. From what I have found around, it appears that they have mechanical testing, and this implies dynamic testing and static testing. The first is, dynamic testing is related to using backpack, putting it in some machine and then repeating some movement that would mimic hiking conditions, and then to see how the backpack behaves. And starting testing, probably putting some load and to see how stitching behaves, how harness behaves, and so on. The other is more problematic, and this is testing for comfort and practicality. And again, you will see only statements, but not actually how they do this. This is about an average person, but we are all different. And what is comfortable for one person is not necessarily comfortable for another. I myself test backpacks when I want to buy something. I go to shops and I try them. And sometimes I find a really nicely designed backpack with everything that I need, but it doesn't fit. So I know well that it will not work for me. Of course, it will work for somebody else. We are all built differently. That's the point. Again, there are no videos showing how they really test. I found this funny video from Moose Jaw company. Actually, this is also a brand. You can say, okay, this is one, but this is just a joke. I suggest that you come here and watch the video. Now, how much weight can backpacks really hold? So the Osprey Stratos 24, which I use and which is here in top picture in the post, as you see, is described in my separate review. So this backpack has weight capacity 10 to 25 pounds or 5 to 12 kilograms. I'm really puzzled with this lower limit. I have no idea what they mean. I suspect that they want to say if you have less weight in the backpack, that perhaps it will not sit properly on your body. Such a backpack needs some load to sit on your hip belt and on your shoulders. I'm just guessing, but I can tell you I have been using it for several years already, and sometimes I have just a few items in it for some short tours, and of course I'm always comfortable with these backpacks, so I have no idea what they mean by this lower limit, so it's best to simply ignore it. On the other hand, when you see Gregory Katmai 55 backpack for men, you will see in specifications load capacity 45 pounds or 20.4 kilograms. Now, what is the point of this 0.4? Does it mean if you have 21, 22 kilograms, it will fall apart? Of course not. So these numbers are just some sort of guide to get some idea how much you can put in a backpack. There is nothing really exact here. They use average person, they have an average person in mind and somehow determined that this is weight capacity. But again, I haven't seen videos how they really do this. Now about volume capacity, again, there are no videos. There are only statements and specifications, of course, for such backpacks. And but there is you can get some idea how this can be done. I have seen some videos, and actually I provided here two of them. One is from REI. REI is actually a brand. It's a company, but it's also a brand. So you can say this is the only one that I have found about measuring the volume capacity. And then there is yet another really funny video where a clever person measures the volume of a backpack quite accurately. So I suggest that you follow the link below the video and see these. But again, it's easy to understand how this could be done exactly. For example, if you have some balls like these and you put them in a backpack and then you know how many balls fit inside, I mean in all cavities, main compartment, pockets everywhere, and then you know the volume of this ball, then the total volume will be equal the number of the balls. Now when you see them closely packed like this, for example, if this is 1 centimeter diameter, you know that each of the balls here will actually occupy 1 cubic centimeter of volume. Then if you have n balls, your volume will be n in cubic centimeters, and then when you know this, you can recalculate in liters or in cubic inches. And actually this is what they were doing in this video from REI. So again, most likely volume capacity is quite accurate and exact parameter, and you can rely on this. There was a question also that I had, why is the capacity always measured in liters? This is simply misleading. Actually in Europe it is most likely so, but in US it's not, it's typically in cubic inches from what I see. Uh, I wanted to point out a few things related to volume capacity. This is about the shape of the backpack. So here you have two very different designs. This is Osprey Cyrus 36, and on the right is Kelty Redwing 36. So the same volume. These two backpacks are the same volume, but completely different design. You have feeling that this backpack is bigger. It's wide. The point is, if you have some bulky items, if you go on a cold weather hiking tour and you will sleep outside, you will probably carry more bulky stuff, and it will fit more easily in such a backpack. There is yet another detail in this backpack that makes it even narrower, and this is the frame. It is the same as the frame in this Deuter's backpack. So this is a backpack from Deuter Futura AirTrek side view, and here you see that there is back panel which is just a mesh. This is a ventilated design, but the frame is curved, so the backpack is away from your body. And the same is in this Osprey Stratus and Cyrus 36 backpack. So the backpack is narrow, and bulky items will not fit easily inside, and you may get feeling that the backpack is actually smaller than it is, but most likely the volume is correct. Now a few numbers just to show you, when you have a certain volume, how much weight you can have inside. This is again a question that people ask. I take here example 30 liters and show the numbers for 3 backpacks, but actually people ask questions of this type: how much weight can a backpack of 50 or 60 liters hold? I take example 30 liters, so 3 backpacks with the same volume: Gregory Icarus 30, Gregory Zulu 30, and Mountain Smith Scream 30. And you see that the weight capacity is completely different, actually by factor 2 when you compare these two backpacks. Why this is so? Well, this is related to the issue that I mentioned before, the materials used and the design. So again, even if you have the same volume capacity of a backpack, it doesn't mean that you can carry comfortably the same weight in each of them. So I think I will stop here. It's already too long video. As you realize, this text is long, and I suggest that you follow the link below and come here and read this in detail. And please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like if this is useful for you, and see you next time.